Good day everyone, Jolene Ann from Chi Lifestyle. So not much to really report. We're in June now, and June's really about communication, choices, lovers. Okay, last week, if you're interested, I did if there's some choices that you need to make, pick a card reading. Other than that, not really much to say. So I'm just going to do yesterday pick a card reading this week. And again, don't forget to clear your energies, ground yourself, take your shoes off, walk outside if you can. If it's too cold, then do it inside. You can dance or tap your feet a couple of times, and it gets the root chakra going, just clears the energy, so you can ground yourself, so you can make a good choice selection. Also guys, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Cost you nothing. Okay, at least you get to see my videos, and I do have a whole lot more videos. So if you go through, you'll see, I think I've got videos that are in different groups. You can go and see those different videos. Is who will you marry, who's your soulmate. Got a whole lot of different varieties of videos. Some of them are past videos. They're all timeless, so it doesn't matter when you check them out, whether they were yesterday or 5 years ago. You still can go check them out, and you never know what you might find. Anyway, enjoy your reading, and I'll chat to you soon. Right, so here's your 4 selections. So we've got pile number 1, this is a bloodstone. Pile number 2, that's a blue obsidian. Pile number 3, this is a red jasper. And pile number 4, this is a pink rose quartz. So you pause now, take your time, choose your pile, think about your question, focus on that question, and I'll get into the reading. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose pile number 1 with the bloodstone. Right, pile number 1. I'm getting that there's a situation in your life where you are asked to change something in your life. There needs to be some kind of change in your life, okay? Or there's about to be some kind of change. It could be a new job. It could be a new love. It could be some kind of new business opportunity for you, or something where you may invest. It could be changing everything in your life, okay? It could be housing, towns, anything. There could also be some kind of new hobby that changes your world, or might be able to, sorry, the camera's just, okay, I'm just going to just let us do what it needs to do. Some kind of new hobby that might help you, I don't know, ignite some kind of passion in you. Something that you need more passion in your life is what I'm getting here. Something that's more driven, something that helps you get up in the morning and feel like you're about to take a leap of faith into something new, okay? But I do feel like there is pushing back, okay? You do have a lot of anxiety and stress and not knowing what to do here. So you do need to trust your instincts. You need to trust that this is going to work out, okay? Something unexpected could come from this, and this is after you're willing to end something to start something new. So there does have to be an ending, and I think you're avoiding the ending because it might mean legal contracts, or it may be an argument. Trust your intuition here, okay? Because I do feel like this change brings about something that's more solid, more grounded, something that's more influential, something that can help you more. So you are at the end. It feels like you've been heavy burdened by things in life, but you're almost at the end, okay? But you have to let it go. You have to drop the burdens. You have to be willing to make the change. So what I'm getting here, this is a no, because I do feel like there needs to be a change. Okay, so whatever it is, it's a no. But if you're willing to change, you can find something better. So there does have to be an ending. There might be perhaps an inheritance that you might receive, or some kind of unexpected something that's coming in to help you, resources, money, something that could help you. But you need to be willing to change, and you need to be willing to take a leap of faith into a new situation. So it may be a no because you're trying to avoid the change, and that's probably what's stagnant. If you're asking if you should stay in a certain situation, then it's definitely a no, because this is definitely saying it's time for you to change. You can't avoid an ending. You can't avoid arguments or a legal situation. But your intuition is trying to tell you something. So listen to your intuition on what it is that you need to do. So this is a no. And that's the reason why. Thank you so much and goodbye. Welcome if you chose the obsidian or pile number 2. Right. I'm getting a lot of grounded energy in your reading, pile number 2. So something is quite solid, slow, and grounding, whatever that may be. So this is a love situation. This is a slow burn, but it's more grounded and more solid. It leads to more success, okay, over time. Okay, so it's something that you build on over time. If you're asking about a financial situation, yes, there's some good news coming to you, but you need to make sure you invest it properly so that it grows more over time. So however small it is, in the right investment, it leads from a 2 to a king. Okay, so however small it is, it does lead to something long-term that's more successful in the long term. Okay, you've been waiting a long time for this, and there's maybe even been a little bit of stress while you're waiting. But because it's some kind of download, some kind of truth had to come through. There may have been moving on from certain people. Maybe you needed to end a relationship. There may have been some kind of big event that needed to happen, some massive ending in order for a new beginning to start. There may have been leaving behind certain people in your life, certain relationships in your life, moving on from drama or from one-sided fighting, learning how to handle things as they come your way, learning how to balance your budget, learning how to balance your time. Okay, all this needed to happen, and you needed to look at investments. You needed to learn more about money or investments, or money is also time, energy. So who you invest in, who you give your time and energy to, learning that you can't just jump to everyone when they need you, or spoil yourself because you're always trying to help everyone else out, but you're not giving anything to yourself, and you're drained and you're upset and you're broke, and everyone else has got your energy but you. Learning not to deal in relationships where maybe you're dealing with that as well, drama, giving into other people's dramas and habits. It's taught you a lot of resilience. It's taught you how to, when we handle the bad days, when we realize that we get through the bad days, we know that we can handle anything. And that's sometimes one of the lessons. Again, there is leaving behind certain things and searching for things that are more for you, searching for things that are more in alignment with you, meeting new people, going to more social events so that you can get to know who you are. I feel like there's a lot of learning how to be more charismatic, more powerful, more positive within yourself here. There's a lot about the self that you had to learn through losses, through pain, through endings, okay? But the good news is that it's when you are more charismatic, when you are more positive, when you feel like you've got the power in your situation, good things start to happen. It leads to success. That's all I'm going to say. Power, success, happiness, okay? Good things will come your way when you are in alignment with that. Whatever your question is, pile number 2, it is a yes. There is good news coming. Make sure you invest this new situation in you. So if it's new money, new job, new home, new love, make sure that you're investing with the right people this time. Don't give to people who are not giving back to you. Don't invest in things that are not going to be paying out and become successful in the long run. Think long term. Don't think fling, good looking person, yeah, I've got my man or woman. Meanwhile, it lasts a little while, or they never give you the attention, or you constantly having to fight everyone just to get to them. Not worth it, okay? You want long-term investments, okay? Thank you and goodbye. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose pile number 3 with the red jasper. Pile number 3, there is very similar to pile number 2, interestingly enough. There's a lot of heart in this. There's a lot of stability in this, and a little bit of mental clutter that just needs to go, okay? I feel like there's something new starting up for you, okay? And it's something where you may be recognized for some kind of talent, or you might realize that you're actually passionate about something new. It could be a love situation with all the hearts here. It could be a new love situation that piques your interest. It could be acknowledging that you've actually got some kind of knowledge or talent, something you've got a lot of passion and drive towards, okay? I feel like it's something that's meant for you, okay, whether it's a soulmate, whether it's a job, learning, studying something new. It feels like it's really good for you. This may start off as a friendship or something where you meet or you hear about this through friends, or when you're out celebrating, you hear about something and you think, wow, I could study that, or I would love to learn how to do that, or again, meet someone through friends. You may have been dealing with past situation with third wheels and indecisions and people who don't commit, but I feel like things are about to change, okay? You needed some time alone. You needed to be away so that you could recognize the fact that you were constantly giving to people, friends, jobs, lovers that were never ever committing, people who were always indecisive, people who put you into third wheels. I've got everyone else and then there's you, okay? And so you were second thought to them. You were someone who they thought about when no one else was around, okay? But they had all this other stuff and then you. So your stability will return. You just needed to take the time to pray, meditate, and to get over all these things, to learn these things. Things are going to change for you. So if you've been alone or financially strapped, from negative, it's now going to turn to positive, okay? If it's been very positive, you may go through a stunt where things become negative, when you have to be alone, when you have to be financially strapped, in order for you to spend time alone and pray and meditate and learn, okay? So if you haven't already gone through this lonely period or financially strapped period, you're about to go through it, and this is why you're about to go through it. It's not negative, it's not to punish you, but rather to give you the time. You need a good amount of time between relationships. You need a good amount of time sometimes just to recognize, wait, where have I been investing? What have I been doing? And how do I make sure that this time I don't choose the same people, the same friends, the same jobs, okay? Because the thing that's really coming in you, it's a like attracts like. It's a balanced, equal give and take. So this is someone who's willing to pay you your worth, who's willing to come in and invest in you as much as you want to invest in them. This is someone who will, it's about investments, it's about responsibility, it's about debts and budgets, but it's really about having the opposites to what you had to go through, okay? Because you dealt with people who are independable, okay? Friends, partners, things that people let you down. And again, you had to look at yourself first and go, okay, I allowed these things, okay? The problem is you're now going to get trapped in this emotional crossroads. What do? I'm afraid. This is a wish. Money, job, soulmate, whatever. But I'm afraid. What happens if this goes wrong? What happens if I invest? What happens if they don't like me back? What happens if they won't go out with me? What? And Spirit is saying, stop. You will know it's right, okay? And you know what? You try, and what's the worst case? They say no, or it fails, or you know what? You pick yourself up and you try again. No multimillionaire out there will tell you on their first business plan that they won, okay? Most of them have been rejected a million times. Look how many actors have been rejected before they got their leading role, okay? So the worst case, it's a no, and you pick yourself up and you move on to the next one, on to the next one. There's a million people in this world. And believe it or not, you don't just have one soulmate, okay? And the true soulmate would never say no, or at least maybe in the beginning, you might have to start off slowly and become something more, but what's truly meant for you will always be there, okay? There is financial success ahead. There is solidness to this. It will be successful. So don't stress. There is something negative holding you back. This could be your mindset. This could be mental chatter, other people coming in, giving their 5 cents worth. Stick to your heart here, okay? I'm going to tell you very clearly, stick to your heart, because people are going to try to hold you back. They are betraying you, or your own mind, your own mental clutter is betraying you, because this is mothering, it's caring, it's marriage material, it's a fantasy you've always wanted, but you need to stick to your own truth. You need to be your own authoritative person here, not listen to other people. What is your truth? Because otherwise you're going to find trouble in this situation if you don't stick to your truth, okay? Been a little bit longer because I had to emphasize how you can miss out on this if you listen to other people or your own mental fear, okay? This is a yes. It's a very positive card, There's a lot of positivity here, okay? Just get out of your mental clutter and disconnect from anyone or people who are holding you back. Don't invest in these third wheels, lack of commitment, indecision people. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 3, and goodbye. Pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. There is a lot of mental stuff going in this pile. So when I say mental, thoughts, ideas, thinking. I feel like you're in a difficult situation. It feels like you just don't want to see the truth in this situation, okay? You are afraid of a loss. You have stress. You have fear. There may be a divide between you and this person. But you're holding on. You're holding on because you are afraid of the change. You're afraid that this might mean you have to move. You've got to divorce. You've got to go into a different direction. And you are afraid of just the amount of emotions that have been put into this. You're afraid of what this means. But fate is going to step in, okay? Yes, there may be a loss. Yes, there may be sabotage. There may be lies. There may be trickery, which is leading to confusion. But if you invest in yourself, I feel like you will know the answers of what you need to do. You got worry, fear, grief. Gosh, okay? Do I choose this? Don't I choose this? Someone is definitely manipulating you. They're using cruel, malicious tactics to keep you stuck, to keep you trapped. But on the other end of this, there's someone or something else out there that's more loyal, generous, or someone who has more integrity than this situation, than this person, whether this is a boss, parent, friend, job, lover, whatever it is. There's something better. The Joker, Black Joker, tells me that you don't want to take a new beginning. You are afraid of the new beginning. So you basically trapped. Now, pile number 4, you need to understand that spirit guides are always sending you signs, okay? Certain numbers, you might be hearing certain songs on repeat, certain people, something. You keep hearing something because spirit guides are trying to tell you it's time to move on. Fate is trying to step in to pull you away from this situation. This is a definite no. And they're trying to help you. But you feel very stuck, stagnant because you're afraid. You're afraid of as to what it means. And when you're afraid, we just stay in this foolish, I'm not willing to, I'm blind, I can't see, I don't want to see, I'm just going to stay here. And it doesn't really lead to happiness, okay? So this is a no. Fate is trying to help you. And in all honesty, the best thing you can do, pile number 4, is invest in yourself, is make yourself feel good. Put little bits of money away for yourself to help yourself financially. Buy yourself little things to make yourself feel better. Because I feel like the minute you are more for yourself, I think you'll see past this person's manipulation or this person's cruel, malicious ways. You'll see through what you've been told. You'll see through the lies, through the manipulation, and you'll realize that it's just time for you to change. There's a time for you to move on, to let go. You're holding on to something so tightly, and it's time to let it go. Okay? Anyway, that's our advice. That's my answer. Comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.